Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we found the last two Atom-infused plants we needed and fed them to Alex the Great. This allowed us to get the genetic key we needed in order to access the next area, and also gave us the option of killing him. I believe in this case it would have been merciful to kill him. Not to mention he said he wanted us to do it while he still had his sanity. But because of the Savior achievement, we had no choice but to leave him like that. We then opened the secret door behind the oxygen station and took the elevator down to Persephone. Persephone, the wife of Hades. Fitting, considering we're descending deep under the ocean floor. Judging by the loading screen, it seems like we'll be entering a prison facility.
Persephone. We're finally here. Find Eleanor, son, and fast. Her mama's got all Rapture, dying to keep you two apart.
Yeah, they're literally dying trying to stop us. Not having much luck with that, though. That's a rather humble entrance. Okay, we saw this in the loading screen. This place looks like it has been abandoned some time ago. Other than that though, it looks pretty ordinary. Doesn't really feel like a prison. Wow, okay, now that is something much more intimidating. It is literally hanging above the abyss.
Father, come quickly. I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
This kinda feels like we are being lured into a trap.
I wonder, Delta, do you know why you are here? Have you any idea what my daughter has given you? As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Believe in what? I'm just trying to survive here, lady. I do like the Daddy's Home graffiti though. We have a couple of vending machines here we're going to hack, but we don't really need to buy anything from them. The atmosphere in this level is really ominous. The upside down house? This is the strangest thing I've ever heard. Okay, this looks like some kind of an infirmary. And this is the first audio diary of the level.
Persephone, secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture. Offered him a quiet place to send anybody who wasn't working out. And now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility. But if you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall.
Sinclair's really good at marketing stuff, gotta give it to him. And obviously Lambscotis were here. And may still be here. We haven't seen anyone for a while.
That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
Right, she's just left all alone out in the open. With no guards around? I'm not buying this, it has to be a trap.
To break the quarantine seal.
And this whole place here is a boss room if I ever saw one.
That tank she's in. Use the controls to break the quarantine seal.
Okay, so there's a health station here as well as every kind of vending machine available. This is most definitely a boss arena. Okay, here's what I think we should do. I don't know where they'll be coming from, so let's just place some explosives, trap rivets and mini turrets in the center of this room, before opening the door to Eleanor. If regular Splicers start attacking us, the mini turrets will deal with them. If it's something like a brute Splicer or a big sister, then we'll lure them to the explosives. Okay, I think this should be enough gas canisters. Let's place some trap rivets as well. Oops, I didn't mean to use the telekinesis plasmid. 20 to 30 trap rivets should be enough. Looks good. Now let's place some proximity mines as well. We should be really careful when placing those. If one of them blows up, all of our work will be wasted. Just a couple more. Okay, this should be enough mines. Now let's replenish our trap rivets and then place some mini turrets. I'm not going to buy new ones, so just grab the ones we got from the hack. I'll place 4 mini turrets, forming a square around the explosives. And this should be it for our preparations. Let's go and top up our ammo, and then we can flip the switch and see what happens. I'm buying ammo now, not because I believe we'll need it during the fight, but I don't know what will happen afterwards, so it's best to be prepared for anything. Okay, we're ready to flip the switch now.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. Take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
Oh, that went splendidly. One of the big sisters died immediately, and the other is at half health. With the help of the sentry bots and the mini turrets, we'll be able to kill her quickly. It's actually taking a bit longer than I thought. Wow, she managed to destroy the sentry bot and all the turrets? Impressive! Still, her fate was sealed the moment she dropped down into the explosives. Now let's go ahead and loot them, and then try the chamber door again.
Hurry now! Quarantine chamber's waiting on you. Get in there!
Chill, Sinclair. Eleanor's not going anywhere.
Your signal's waking up! You're here.
10 years, and still she dreams of you.
50 seconds remaining.
Do you know why Eleanor brought you here? She wanted a father. So she found a way to restore you in body and mind.
I see, so that's why the Vita chambers work for Delta.
And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel. The girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone, just as she has always wanted.
20 seconds remaining.
But there is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for. Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat.
Don't tell me...
Eleanor, forgive me.
Wow. Just... wow. And Lamb thinks she's qualified to save humanity.
His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he expires.
Things are not looking that great right now. There's no way Eleanor's dead, right?
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister brought you something that will allow you to take control of her.
So, you'll be playing as the little sister now, is that it? That's kind of cool. Shh. Okay, I'll try to be quieter. Well now, the world seems quite a bit more powerful than before. You have taken control of a little sister. You can now use vents or gather them from bodies. Interesting.
I know this feels a bit strange, Father, but now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here.
Controlling a little sister feels very strange. My perception is completely screwed. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Now where are we going to come out of this vent? Well, at least we're out of that room, I guess.
Good. Now, inside Mother's office, there's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there.
Oh, so this is the boss arena. And that over there is the chamber Eleanor is locked in. Damn, it feels really strange to see the world through the eyes of a little sister. This door is locked. Let's try the other side. We'll probably need to enter the vent again. Yeah, what is this poster? A hidey hole? That's kind of cute. Okay, let's see where this vent will lead us. What do you think? Will the next part perhaps be like a stealth section? Or maybe even a survival horror experience where we need to avoid enemies? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. The vent led us to Lamp's office. Let's see what we can find here.
You're in. There should be a lever in here somewhere. Pull it, and it will unlock our cells.
It is pretty difficult trying to pick stuff up without a crosshair. Lamp is actually here? Is she real? Or is our little sister just hallucinating? Can't imagine her just sitting there while a little sister is doing stuff here. After all, she knows Eleanor can control them.
What Mother did to me left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change, to be like you. From here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a big sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
Eleanor is changing as Delta draws closer. In her sleep, she mutters about having witnessed moments from his journey here. She is beginning to resist the moral conditioning. Eleanor's bond with Delta is turning her from the daughter of the people back into a rebellious child whose voice I do not recognize. Worse, I suspect Eleanor of direct involvement in his return. I fear that to separate them, I may have to take measures for which I will be unable to forgive myself.
Mother says that my condition is a blessing in disguise. She constantly reminds me that I was born for the express purpose of promoting her ideals. And now, she's trying to convince me to begin splicing with the same idea that drove Dr. Alexander mad. She thinks that my condition makes me immune to the damage. The surface is my only chance at freedom. Mother took the one person I knew from above and murdered him in front of my eyes. Father, if I could only find a way to bring him back.
Okay, looks like Eleanor is a bit more pragmatic than I thought. Sounds like a large part of why she revived Delta was so she can escape to the surface. Anyways, let's get back to exploring with the little sister. So far there doesn't seem to be any threats around. I guess our goal now will be to find those 3 pieces of the Big Sister diving suit, and that's it. Kind of a disappointment. I feel this was a missed opportunity for some interesting gameplay.
Here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me.
That was the first piece, 2 more to go. The guiding arrow is also active, so there's no chance of losing our way.
10 years, Father. Stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good without questioning it. You have saved me from that.
So let me get this straight. Lamp has placed her only child in a medically induced coma for 10 years, so she could mold her into something that doesn't even have a mind of her own? This is messed up on so many levels. But let's go back to our little sister. To be honest, harvesting Adam is no longer required. We already have everything we needed from the Gatherer's Garden. Still, it doesn't take too much time, so why not do it? Why is this door not opening? I guess I needed to pull the lever? Looks like we need to go down this corridor. Every day is Daddy's day. I wonder if she sees the world this way because of her mental conditioning, or because of the Adam's luck embedded in her. Great, this is the second piece of the suit, and there's also an audio diary here as well.
I've been quarantined, but Mother's unaware of the extent of my connections to the new little sisters. I don't just empathize with them, I can control them directly. They are my hands and my eyes now. Better yet, we have found Father's body and took a gene sample. The girls are hiding the samples inside those dolls we used to make. It's only a matter of time before I work out a way to rig one of those Vita chambers to seek his genetic signature. And then, I can't wait to see Mother's face. The other sisters are made from me, in part. As they grow up in Rapture, I feel it all. When you were with the little ones, they trusted you as their father, because of me.
I see. I thought it was simply because they were programmed to pair with a Big Daddy. We still just need to follow the guiding arrow. There's no need to explore anything else. And this is the third and final piece of the suit. Now we just need to give it to Eleanor. For a second there, I was worried we were not going to get the guiding arrow back.
Mother was right about one thing. I have been watching you, Father, studying the way you have treated others. And now I know who I am.
Yes, depending on our actions, Eleanor will also act differently. Currently, we're locked for the best ending.
I am free. After everything Mother has done to me, I am alive and sane enough to be curious about the sun. When you rescued my new sisters, I felt every one, and it gave me hope for the first time in years.
There's just a couple more things we need to do before we end this section. This is the only time we'll be able to pick up this audio diary.
We've done it. Father is back, right under Mother's nose. I've contacted a woman named Tenenbaum through my sisters. We've worked out a way to free his mind inside that suit, to awaken the man inside the monster. Mother's entire belief structure is corrupt. And if I know one thing about Father, it's that he will believe in escape.
Eleanor, it is time for you to accept your duty to the people. When you awake, you'll understand.
No! Now,
Get away from me!
the same for all the others. Starting with this one.
That sounded really ominous.
We've done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Right, so I guess we'll just have to wait now. Eleanor has become kind of a badass.
These suits always did make me think of you, Father. I guess I still remember you in shining armor. But now it's my turn to fight for you. Take this plasmid. You can use it to call me to your side in a fight.
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
We've just unlocked 3 achievements. One is simply a story-related one, but the other 2 are for obtaining all of the plasmids. Okay, so now that we're free, let's get out of here and find Lamb. Oh, and about that last plasmid we got, Summon Eleanor. It's really a great one, she is quite powerful, but we don't really need to use it, to be honest. The fight against the 2 big sisters was the toughest one, and you saw how that went. After we've unlocked the Yo Plasmids achievement, we have only 2 more we actually need to work on. The first one is to finish researching the Brute Splicers, and the other is to find the last 2 upgrade stations. There are a couple of Brute Splicers here, but I don't believe they're going to be quite enough to finish their research. Now we'll probably need at least 2 or 3 more. Yeah, but at least we know they are spawning in this level, so we should be fine.
Subject Delta, I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters. The surface will not have us. And now, we shall be buried as a family. Side by side.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
Now that you mention it, where is Sinclair? Haven't heard from him in a while. That door we couldn't open previously has now been unlocked, so I guess we'll have to go through it. I hope Sinclair hasn't betrayed us. It won't end well for him if he did. By the way, I'm not really sure why we're going deeper inside Persephone instead of exiting it. We are now entering Inner Persephone. Okay, so let's first find Sinclair. Where could he be?
Upstairs, Father. Quickly.
Head to the docking platform. Ah, I see. Obviously there's a submarine dock there, and Eleanor's main goal is going to the surface after all. Come to think of it though, Tenenbaum should also have us up as well. Can't she just pick us up? But I guess after she went radio silent, there's no way for us to contact her. So this is a map of Inner Persephone. Besides the docking platform, there are also 3 more
This is
wings.
Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Yes, Delta. What of Sinclair? The man who would sell paradise.
A security
And where is he
curfew
now?
is now in effect.
I don't like the way she said that.
Until
This
further
facility
notice.
hangs over an ocean trench, Delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Mother has locked all of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on. Use the plasmid if you need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
And here we go again. So, first we need to go to the holding wing in order to remove the lockdown. This has really been the theme throughout the entire game. Ah, perfect. We have another Brute Splicer here. Yes! It is so very satisfying managing to headshot a Brute Splicer, especially with a spear gun. Unfortunately, that meant we only got a B rating on the research. So we'll probably need to find a couple more of them. Okay, now let's hack the vending machine. Time to enter the holding wing. There's also a gatherer's garden at the entrance, so we might as well check it out for anything interesting. There aren't going to be any more updates to its inventory, so what we see is what we'll get. We'll obviously be buying all available health and EF upgrades, but is there anything else we need? Well, I boast the medical expert on it, but there's really nothing I want to give up for it. The drill lurker is useful because it reduces the sound of my footsteps. It should make headshots easier when the enemies are unaware. Well, this should be good enough for now. Let's do a once over the docking platform before entering holding. Yeah, I don't think we've missed anything interesting. Just some money and ammo here. Oh, actually, we can check the parties as well. I think we're done here. Oh, actually, we still haven't hacked this vending machine. Let's just check over here, since we obviously haven't been here. Okay, I think now we are finally ready to enter holding. The entrance to the infirmary is here as well, but we can't go there just yet since it's still under lockdown. But I'm sure they'll find us a reason to visit it soon. Obviously, we'll need to distance hack these door controls in order to proceed. There's also a safe inside this room, but I don't think we can enter it right now. I love the fact that the devs have placed remote hack darts in that corpse, just to make sure we don't have to run around looking for some more, in case we don't have any. Okay, so judging by the sign we just passed, the holding wing seems to be further separated in several cell blocks.
Get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
I'm still not sure how leaving Rapture is supposed to save us. The bone's broken. Leaving the city won't change that. But maybe Tenenbaum has a way to fix us. Okay, so the guidance arrow points the other way. So, of course, we'll have to first check security checkpoint A. Nice! This leads us to the room where we distance hack the door controls. And it looks like other than the safe, there's also an audio diary.
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time. But at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here. So it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while. See where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in Oakley. Long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
Looks like the guiding arrow is pointing us towards the button over here.
Beginning admission sequence.
Something's happening?
Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been. One final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's
Mother's
former
controlling
owner,
Sinclair,
he
Father,
is the
and he's got
ideal
the master
man
key.
to put you
Catch
back
him!
in your cage.
Kid, lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. I have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
I was so shocked with what happened to Sinclair I couldn't even hack the vending machine. Damn, didn't expect him to end like that. I'm also a bit bothered about how Lamb was able to take over the prison in the first place. Even if it had really relaxed restrictions, Sinclair knew very well of her power of persuasion. Surely he didn't just leave her to convert the other prisoners. Anyways, we just managed to film another brute splicer. I think one more should be enough to finish their research as well. Our main goal here in the holding wing should be to get the key from Sinclair. And I guess this means we'll have to kill him as well. I don't think there's any way to save him. It was pretty cruel of Lamb to leave him his mind. She could have at least made him like the other Alpha series. We still have the guiding arrow, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find Sinclair. But as usual, there is no rush, so we should take our time and explore everything.
This
locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious Rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Well, it certainly did. Okay, let's check the rest of the mess hall and then continue following the arrow. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.